If you're travelling to Europe this year or planning a UK staycation, you're going to want to hear this because border controls are changing, hotel bills could rise, and Universal Bedford just took a big step forwards. Welcome to the Departure Lounge. If you're travelling to Europe just after the Easter weekend, this is worth listening to. The EU's new entry-exit system, known as EES, is expected to fully come into effect shortly after Easter. Now, it applies across all 29 Schengen countries, which include Spain, France, Italy, Germany, Portugal, Switzerland, Norway and Iceland. Ireland, though, is not included. For UK travellers, this means no more passport stamping. Instead, the first time you enter, you'll have your photo taken and your fingerprints scanned, and your time in Europe will then be tracked digitally. In theory, it modernises border control, but in reality, industry bodies are warning that when this was tested at just partial capacity, airport processing times jumped by up to 70%. Now, there have already been reports of technical outages, staffing shortages, suspended operations in Lisbon, and French e-gates are still not processing UK passports. The European Commission says there'll be no further delays to implementation, although individual countries can temporarily suspend the system if queues become excessive. So, what does this mean for you? Well, if you're travelling from late April onwards, allow more time at the airport, expect your first entry into the system to take longer, build an extra connection time if you're transiting. Now, this won't stop travel, but the rollout could be bumpy. So, I'd like to know, are you travelling to Europe this spring or summer? Would a longer border wait change your plans? And do you think this is progress or just a big headache? Let me know in the comments. If you're enjoying this kind of travel update, we'd genuinely love you to hit follow. Are We There Yet UK is a growing brand that every single follow really does mean a lot to us. We're building a trusted space for honest, unexpected, insightful travel news without the fluff. So if you like staying one step ahead of your next trip, please join us, click follow, like or subscribe. Thank you. Your next UK hotel stay could come with a new nightly tax, and in some cities it already does. The debate around the UK visitor levy is seriously heating up. Now, in England, a government consultation has just closed, giving mayors and local authorities the power to introduce local overnight tourism taxes. Now, there's no national rate and no confirmed start date just yet, but councils could set what they describe as a modest charge. The hospitality industry is pushing back hard. More than 200 senior leaders, including major hotel groups and holiday park operators, have warned that even £2 per person per night could add an extra £100 or more to a 2-week family break, potentially pushing travellers to holidays overseas instead. But here's what many people don't realise. Manchester's already had a £1 per room per night city visitor charge in place since 2023, raising millions to support tourism and improve the visitor economy. Liverpool introduced a £2 per room per night charge in 2025, added to accommodation bills to fund destination marketing and city improvements. In Scotland, councils already have legal powers to introduce levies. Edinburgh will become the first UK city to apply a 5% charge on accommodation starting on the 24th of July this year, capped at 5 nights, with revenue expected to reach around £50 million per year reinvested locally. Now, Wales has also passed legislation allowing councils to introduce a per person per night levy from around April 27 at the very earliest. Now, supporters say it protects destinations and funds better infrastructure, but critics say it makes UK breaks even more expensive during a cost of living squeeze. So let me ask you this. If it's £1 or £2 a night, is that a fair contribution, or is the UK already pricey enough? And would this change where you book your next staycation? Let me know in the comments. This is the quiet countdown that could lock in Universal Bedford for good. So here's where we are right now. Parliament returned on the 23rd of February, which means we're now officially just over the halfway point through the 40-day sitting review period for the Universal Bedford Special Development Order. So that's 23 sitting days down and just 17 to go. So mid to late March is the likely finish line. Now, what's important, don't expect fireworks when the clock hits zero. This is not about a grand ribbon cutting moment, it's purely procedural. But here's what it actually means. The Special Development Order, which granted planning permission, already came into legal force in January, but because of its statutory instrument, Parliament gets 40 sitting days to challenge it or annul it. So if no one does, it becomes fully secured against parliamentary reversal. So in simple terms, once that period passes, the planning foundation is locked in. No ceremony, but a big technical milestone. And if you thought Universal Bedford was still paperwork, this next story changes that. Now, this I just love. Universal set up its Bedford headquarters in the city centre council offices right near the proposed site. Now, this means this isn't just paperwork anymore. This is teams on the ground with plans being drawn up. 5-year strategies quietly taking shape. Now, we're still some way from construction scale operations as archaeological surveys and enabling works come first. But this is a clear signal of intent. And somewhere in that building, people are working on ride lineups, lands, theming concepts, all under very tight security. So let me ask you this. What franchises do you think we'll see? Big thrill coasters, immersive dark rides, a UK exclusive land maybe? And are you counting down to that 40-day milestone like the rest of us? Let us know, because Bedford is growing on the global theme park map. And finally, this is why you should always travel under your real name. Back in 2019, a man checked into a luxury London hotel. Normal booking, normal name, except the hotel thought he was a minor European royal with the exact same name. Suddenly, there was a suite upgrade, champagne on arrival, staff speaking in very respectful, slightly nervous tones. He only realised something was up when they politely referenced the situation back home. Did he correct them? Absolutely not, because apparently free breakfast hits differently when it's diplomatic. So, tell me, if you were accidentally upgraded to royal status, would you confess? Or are you giving a subtle nod and accepting the suite? Go on, be honest. And I'll just leave you with this thought. You've never felt true fear until the passport you're looking for isn't where you think you left it. Huh? Oh, are we there yet?